We treat our bodies like the Jedi Temple during Order 66.
Yeah, Order 66.
Where kids are being killed, innocents are dying.
Matt, you son of a bitch, younglings, get the terminology right.
Yeah.
Bring 4 boxes of hot and ready Little Caesars pizzas.
Master
The Jedi will be caught
Skywalker,
off
there's
balance.
Little Caesars here. What do we do? No, fuck.
Review it all.
Review it all!
Welcome to Review It All, everybody. My name is Matthew McLachlan.
I'm Michael Bernardi.
And I am Dillon Bertzel. And we are here to review it all. If this is the first time listening to this podcast, we are a group of men who just love reviewing things, so much so that we developed a... How large would you say the list is, guys?
Thousands. We're in the no number is bigger than what we have, which is thousands of things.
1,000 strong.
Yeah.
And growing.
Yeah,
There
that
isn't a
song-
single
For my
thing.
millennials.
You know that song from Rent where they're like, whatever number of minutes? It's like that, but not about AIDS.
1,298 topics. That's us. That's basically what, and I think that's about the number we have. And do you want to just jump into what the hell we picked, or do you want to surprise them as we go?
Before we get into the topics,
Yeah.
How was your guys' week? Like, let's have a little bit of let's catch up. It feels so long since we talked. It was only 3 days.
Well, Michael
But
and
it
I
feels like an eternity.
Michael and I had a great situation where we got to see each other in person. Mike knows where I'm going with this. We had dinner, and they gave us options. And they gave us 4 or 5 options. And here's the thing. Everything sounded good. And I've been doing a lot of diet stuff. I've been eating well, and this was my day to eat just whatever the fuck I wanted, and I was ready to go. So
we had 50 guests there. All right.
A lot
Not
of
excluding the children, probably had about 40 plus adults. All of them were able to choose something.
some
Except
people,
for one man.
Some people, I was able to choose. That's the problem. And some people didn't show. So I'm
But
like,
I chose 2 choices.
So what
That's
I
it
did-
is. I chose, but I chose
what
2
I
chooses.
did is I said, I want the salmon. But what was it? What was the other thing I got? Well,
The other, you wanted the short.
I was like, but the
bridge
short
rib.
rib sounds really good too.
Can I get that on the
Can
side?
I get the short
You know,
rib?
As
meat?
one does in restaurants, get a side of the protein.
What I was gonna do?
What's so upsetting about this is because I am so fat, and that sounds like something I would do.
But it's
This
so
motherfucker's
it sounds so
sitting over
great.
here,
It's so great. Like
looking thin.
you have people who are
So
not
they just
ordering.
brought him another. They just brought him
No,
another.
hold on. So we'll get to that. So we're sitting there, and all these people are like, these kids, they're like, no, I'll just eat the Cheerios that I brought for little Cindy. And they're like doing this, and I was like, well, people aren't so this isn't.
That's not true.
This
Everyone was
isn't-
eating. Do
this
not
is-
make it
this
seem like
isn't-
people were abstaining from eating.
This is not
to
an
make
issue.
Your double
This is a
portion
non-issue of
seem
like
better,
me ordering
all
food.
right?
It didn't like extra come out of their pocket. It was like, hey, so I love the salmon, but I would love to try that.
Matt's the corpulent UNICEF worker. Well, then not everybody was eating all their stuff. So
There may
This
be
man-
people starving in China, but there sure as shit isn't going to be anybody starving at this fucking
This
party.
man-
not today. Not today.
I said I would love to try that, but here's the thing: I prefaced it. Everyone at the table. I was at Michael's table, and I said I would love to try that. And they're like, okay. This was not like I surprised them. They're like, what the fuck? And then this man goes, I was like, I'll take that, and if you wouldn't mind, I'd love to try just the short rib. And this man is like, what?
He was an Italian. I'm going to do the Italian. No, it's okay. It's okay. As long as it's fine with them. And he points to my wife and I, because obviously we're paying for it. And I mean, by we, of course, I mean my wife. And
Me and my high chair, I needed their approval.
and because I guess, like, you know, for the way he saw it, was just, it's just another plate. So we're just going to bring you out. They're already paying for it by plate or whatever.
Oh, I guess I didn't know that.
Yeah. Since this is
I
Matt's
guess I didn't
first
know
time,
that.
this is Matt's first time at a 2-year-old's birthday party outside of a McDonald's ball pit. So he's not really.
Chick-fil-A. So here he's like, okay, and here it comes, and they bring all the food, and the guy comes up, he goes, here are your 2 plates, and puts it right in front of me. I was like,
I like
Thanks.
these sassy.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, but then
and
these
then
guys
everyone,
did the thing
then
where they make it their whole bit. It was the whole
everyone,
bit.
everyone comes by to like refill water. How are your 2 plates? And I'm like,
You gotta enjoy the 2 plates.
And then another guy-
like everything was like that was the joke. Like if he was a part of their friend group, his nickname would have been 2 plates.
Yeah.
Maddie 2 plates.
Maddie
Hey,
2 plates.
Matty, 2 plates is here.
Here's the thing. There were guys that I hadn't.
I put the plates on the sticks. It's a Matty 2 plates.
There were guys that I hadn't seen the whole day that I guarantee were working in the back. That they're like, here's the water. Go fill that guy's plate and call him 2 plates. And they're like, how are you 2 plates? And I was like, who the fuck are you? And so now I have 7 guys in a row coming just to refill my water. That's not even
back of house staff was coming out to people in
guys
pits.
with
And
aprons.
I just came out to see Matty 2 plates. They tell me on the line, they go, this one is for 2 plates for this guy. And I go, I gotta come out here. I'm supposed to be on break right now. I didn't even take a break. I quit smoking to come out here to see Matty 2 plates.
I gotta be honest though, short rib was great. And also,
was the salmon?
who had the other half of that? Michael.
It was right there. And
So Michael did. So he's 2 plates junior over here.
Look at Matty 2 plates and Mikey Leftover.
Mikey
over here.
Leftover is
We got
in-
Mikey Leftover. We got Mikey Pick On. We got Mikey Pick On it.
Mikey pickups. That's so funny.
We got Mikey. I'm just gonna have a little bite.
Yeah, it was a great time. It was delicious food, and Marcy, your daughter, couldn't have been bothered. She was having a great time in her world. She was loving
It's
it.
the last time we do it in a restaurant. We need a place for the kids to roam free. So
Yeah.
Just
no-
put them out to pasture.
Yeah, kill
well,
them.
no, that's it's that's why it might have sounded like I threw shade on the McDonald's ball pit before, but that was no shade. That's I understand why
genius.
those places
Yeah.
existed.
Well, so let's jump into this first goddamn topic, huh?
Yeah. How are we doing our ratings this week, guys? Are we doing ABCs? Are we doing numbers? Stars?
We could do stars. Let's do stars. I'm feeling stars this week.
Okay. Are we doing it 1 through 5 or 1 through 10? This is always a big one.
Ooh, 10's too many.
10's too many stars.
That's overwhelming.
There aren't that many
That's
stars.
Overwhelming to me.
There aren't that many
There aren't
stars.
that many stars. The thing
No.
in the universe that is universally known to be
5.
millions upon billions of them.
5 of them. And if anything,
There
it's
might
like
be
5.
more stars in the sky
But not-
than there are grains of sand on the beach. But don't ask me to rate it that way.
No, I'm not doing that.
I need a digestible amount of stars. Okay.
And I know what fits in my tummy. 5 stars. So let's get into the first topic, and we're going to do out of 5
Hidden
stars.
piercings.
And hidden piercings is topic.
Not to be
Number
confused with the movie Hidden Figures, although maybe just as culturally significant. Hidden piercings.
the unseen value of things. These brilliant women of color,
right.
brilliant black women.
Yeah.
were
Hidden
were
away.
an important component of
Building
the space program.
Yes. Yes.
But not safe for work,
No.
No, never.
No,
Never,
not
ever.
good. Not
according
good.
to the bigots that were around them.
I gotta say, I fucking love. I am a man who loves the ladies, and when I stumble
Beautifully
upon these things on people, on women, God, they're just little presents. I just love these hidden piercings, wherever they may be. I love them. I think they're just so great.
We're gonna have to spend the rest of this segment
Yes.
trying to get out from under that.
Okay.
What you just did.
Okay,
And
I want you to.
And much like a piercing, we're gonna have to do our best to just get out from underneath
Get through it. You got to get through it.
the creep quilt that you just wrapped us up in and whispered in our ear, be like, "Do you have any piercing?"
I particularly liked.
No, it's better as
No.
I always ask, what's hidden?
I particularly liked. He almost did the Johnny 2 plates. I love it to women. Was
I love the women.
I love the women.
I got a women on the one plate. I got women on the other plate. And I gotta tell these women, I say, "Hey, you got anything hidden in there?
I'm man.
Is that a la carte? The piercing, is it a la carte? Can I bring it in?"
I became Mrs. Swan. I'm like, I'm man. I'm like, woman.
Yeah. No, unfortunately, it's only greaseball Italian accents that are still
I know,
passable.
I know.
In the
I know.
if you aren't it, you still get to do it realm of comedy.
Do we all have experiences with hidden piercings, or no?
Luckily, yes, I do.
Hold. Do you have them, Dylan?
No, so funnily
Oh, okay.
enough,
I thought, which I would love.
I think we got to cover ourselves first here,
yes.
or reveal ourselves.
So
No.
If you want,
No.
Matt, you go last because we got to get this taste out of our mouths.
Okay.
So no, I don't have any piercings. I got the
Metallic
tattoo
taste.
bug pretty hard. Like I want to be neck down covered, maybe even get my head done tattoo wise. But piercings were never my thing. I always thought people looked cool with like gauges and piercings and stuff like that. But it was like never the thing I wanted to do to my body. But ultimately, anytime you don't know somebody has one, and then if you're lucky enough to be in a position where you're getting to see somebody fully naked and oh, what is this? What does my eyes deceive? Oh,
What's this?
What's this? Yeah, I turned into Jack Skellington.
There's metal everywhere.
There's metal in your clit.
Yeah.
What's this? What's this?
What is this? And you're like,
Yeah.
great.
And
it
also,
helps.
if you've been part of the lifestyle for a little while, which I have, you're going to run into them more often than not.
Oh, sure.
So I do not have piercings. I never have. And side note, no tattoos either. I never have. I'm not straight edge
Sweet
or
summer
have
boy.
a problem with it.
Summer
I have
child.
just
Somebody's keeping their
never,
body
ever-
a temple.
No,
for some
not at
reason.
all. Not at all.
Of
And not
all of
even-
us, the person who isn't keeping their body a temple is Michael goddamn Bernardi. And I love him to death, but we all have treated our bodies like dumpsters together.
Collectively.
My body has been treated like the temple before Jesus shows up. That is the way.
Lots of blood and feces.
Yeah.
Jesus, remember that scene where he walks up to the table and flips all of the Little Caesars boxes, empty Little Caesars boxes off of it?
We treat our bodies like the Jedi Temple during Order 66.
Yeah, Order 66.
Where kids are being killed, innocents are dying.
Matt, you son of a bitch, younglings, get the
Go to the
terminology
Jedi
right.
temple.
Yeah.
Bring 4 boxes of hot and ready Little Caesars pizzas.
Master
The Jedi will be caught
Skywalker,
off
there's
balance.
Little Caesars here. What do we do? No, fuck.
I don't know. Let's come back to if I've ever come across them. Matt, what's your status?
No, I'm literally the same as Dylan. I've just never. I would rather put the stupidest ink on me forever because I thought it was a good idea in the moment than a piercing that can be taken out and it will heal up and look like it was never there. I'd rather do that. The only piercing I ever thought I would ever want, which isn't even a lot, I've never really given it thought, was like a Prince Albert or something because I thought that would be funny, or like, but I don't actually would never want that because then it gives another hole in your dick, and we don't need that.
But it has been fascinating to see over time because I definitely want to get to the hidden portion of the hidden
Please.
piercings. But it's fascinating to see in terms of what is not hidden, what is obvious, conspicuous, meant for visual consumption, which I think does pivot us to an interesting question, and then we'll work our way under the clothes. Does a belly button piercing count as a hidden piercing?
So I have an example of this being both. There was a girl in my high school, name withheld for legal reasons.
Cheryl.
She got her belly button pierced, but did not want to tell her mom that she did that. She subsequently got a horrific infection on that belly button piercing. So much so that she had to 100% go to the hospital. Thus, of course, revealing to her mother that she got a belly button piercing. And it's not funny, but it is. Like, I mean, that's like, come on. Like, how could you fucking not? She was out of school for like 3 days because she I think she did it herself.
Was she like septic? Like, did she get like a blood infection?
It wasn't like she was about to die, but it was definitely like, holy shit, please go to the doctor.
You're gonna lose your belly button.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to smooth you over because you can't ever.
I know there's stuff that comes out of your belly button, but it's not supposed to be pus. So
No.
please,
Where'd she go
please
do it
go
in-
to a doctor.
She's not supposed to be a frozen yogurt dispenser.
did she do it? Did she do it in Daytona? Like, what was that?
Yeah, and like, does that count still as hidden or?
Well,
or
she
not
was
hidden?
she was trying to hide it.
Well, it comes down to what hidden is, right? And I think that's, I mean, I'm gonna go a little bit further down the line here. Of these days, especially in New York, like ain't nobody hiding anything.
Isn't it still hidden though? Someone in college I was seeing, we were on the swim team, and she came back after one summer, and she had. I don't know if the size of her breasts matters in terms of being able to see the piercings through a bathing suit, because obviously we're wearing tight like bathing suits, a one piece to train in and stuff. But she had large breasts, and she had barbells in each nipple, which I'm trying to be calm and measured because I don't want to talk about how hot that is. So I'm trying.
We'll get to the ratings soon. We'll get to the ratings soon.
Yeah, we'll get to the ratings.
little
We'll get to the
bit.
ratings in a minute.
Just trying to downplay it a little bit because I am remembering that she had very nice breasts and it was great. I don't think I deserved it then because I didn't appreciate it the way I appreciate it now. Let's just put it that way. Like this version of me is like, son, you just don't even know what you had. Youth is wasted. Nipple piercings are wasted on the young.
Yeah.
So that being said, but doesn't it count?
I think
technically as hidden because the circumstances sucked.
I would say that in the instance where whether or not they're not wearing a bra or you can see it through whatever, that is still being hidden. Just because they have them doesn't mean that they're showing them off.
I think the implication is bathing suit area. Yes, like that is what hidden means, is in a place where it's not going to be like hidden. It's tucked away. Like there are piercings in that zone.
Consumption.
There are piercings in that zone that are different than what the first thing you think is like, oh, on the actual genitalia, on the nipples, whatever. Like they're everywhere now.
It's a very weird.
I'm gonna bring
dichotomy.
us into the reviews with one of my favorite quotes from Chris Rock that summarizes how I feel, which is, if a woman has a tongue ring, she'll probably suck your dick. If a guy has a tongue ring, he'll probably suck your dick. And now let's get into the reviews of hidden piercings. Michael,
I also just want to point out before I review it, Matt, but that was a huge miss on our part. We didn't even talk about, is a tongue ring technically
I think it is
hidden in any way?
I disagree.
I don't know if it is. I think
It's belly button ring realm.
it's neutral. It's the one in the middle going, whoa, guys, hidden.
Yeah.
The knot. Let's just chill. Let's chill.
I think that the tongue piercing is the gateway drug to the harder stuff, which is the nipple and the clit and the dick. Like that's
interesting that you think that's the gateway.
That's your gateway drug.
We could stay here all damn day talking about these damn things. So let's get into reviews. Mike, I feel like you've got. I think we are a little clear on where we might stand for all of us, but I'm curious, yours especially.
Like, I don't see an obvious downside to them other than something medical, like an infection or
you got to cut your tit off
or something. Yeah, like I mean, I think it's a perfectly reasonable form of. Yeah, but I think it's a perfectly reasonable form of body art, and I think if you're gonna make it hidden, maybe it's an interesting discussion why you wanted that one. Is it hidden? Is it hidden enough that you don't have any other piercings? I think that's a fascinating. Like, I think it's interesting. It's not something I would do, but that doesn't mean I'm against it. And I guess the idea of you having one could be really cool, could be very sexy. So I don't know. I think I don't want to say 5 because assuming that that's the best. and I don't necessarily know why. I'm going to say like 4.5 because I feel like maybe there's a half a star of something that might be like, but what about this thing? And I'm like, you know what? I factored in for that. That's not my margin of error. 4.5 stars.
I'm going to give it 4. I think that they are very cool. I'm always for them. And once they heal, they're great. But they do have that 1 star worth of, oh, this could really be bad for you.
It could tip the scales for damn sure. Yeah.
For type situation. And of course, that's like early on in the piercings process. So like maybe it is like a 4.5. But
that woman's belly button has never been the same.
She definitely got plugged up.
I'm never gonna fucking stop thinking about that chick's belly button from high school. So
that's true.
Did you see it? You saw it, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
That's like some Faces of Death shit.
Showed
It sounds like
because I remember she was in class and she was like, she was like, it hurts. Should I go to the doctor? I was like, yes.
Oh my god! It sounds like it's out of a horror movie. She's leaning back and forth, and she's
you
like,
should go to the doctor.
It hurts. It hurts. Like, you're like, oh my god, what's happening to you? And like all of a sudden, like a hand comes out of her throat.
She was like asking the class. She was like, because I can't remember like what class we were in where it was just like so boring or the teacher wasn't paying enough attention. But she did. She like literally lifted up her shirt to her stomach. She was like, I got this a couple of days ago and it's very inflamed and it hurts. Should I go to the doctor? And almost everybody was like, oh yeah.
And everybody in the class reacted like the Friday meme. Wow!
Yeah.
Damn!
So I'll never forget that from high school. So it's a 4 for me. I love
even the teacher was like, what the fuck?
Damn it!
Get out of here! Get out of here right now!
Always happy to see them when they're revealed to you in a positive light. I'm always happy for them to be there, but they're like, don't get
but isn't it fun too that way?
Yeah.
What a fun reveal that was. You got to head to the hospital right now.
Yeah, wouldn't that make it a 4.5 at least?
It looks like Quado from Total Recall is coming out of your stomach.
You know what?
You need to get to the hospital.
legally
That's
have
true.
to get out of
4.5. I'm with Mike.
Really?
There's something in there. I'll bump it up to a 4.5.
I mean, she lived, didn't she? Like, this is her definite.
She's
there's
alive.
something to
She's
this.
alive.
Take your
and
trauma.
It's a great story.
Take your trauma out of it.
Later, so,
take your trauma out of it, dude. Let the experience be. It was good. I am with you both. We're in unison. We did it. We're in unison. I'm a 4.5. I understand that there's something I'm probably not seeing, and also like, well, that's not the safest thing. But good God, when you are just, I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna make it full circle of creep, man. When you peel those clothes off. And there's a little treat.
Why peel? Why peel?
It's hot out, baby. It's hot out.
Maybe a loose thread gets caught on it,
and you have to go. And then,
oh, sorry, and then it's like a necklace is tangled.
Yeah, but it's like, sorry. Let me just.
Oh my god,
this is awkward if it wasn't so sexy. I love it. I think it's great. Not on me.
I am interested to hear about this from you guys. So, topic number 2 is our first jobs. The very first jobs that we have had, and as long as I have known you guys, I actually don't know if I know what your first jobs are.
I don't know if I know what yours is either.
Yeah,
it
I
might come.
I don't think I know either.
It might come shooting back to me, but you could surprise the hell out of
Matt,
me.
Matt, I know the job that you had when I met you.
Oh,
which
yeah.
was one of the most interesting jobs that anybody's ever had in our family.
Yeah.
Like you can't.
I think I know the one.
Yeah, you can't deny how cool that is.
We'll get there. The dot chart of my jobs is dumb. Like the amount of things that you're like from this to this.
It's a scatter graph.
It's a scatter
graph.
graph.
If somebody was to ask you all the different jobs that you have had, they would not be able to guess half of them.
Resume, your professional resume is a mad lib.
It is.
Yeah.
It's the lowest hanging fruit of a talk show host topic, but it will be entertaining when it happens. You know, Jimmy Fallon's going to be like, "You were this," and I'll be like, "Yeah."
Okay. So what was your first job?
So your first job. Yeah. So my second job, what we're referring to, is I was a park ranger for 3.5 years in college. And it wasn't like I was putting out fires and fighting bears. I was just like selling tickets to tourists to get into this.
Yeah. He was like an RA for the wilderness.
It's true.
Yeah,
I really was.
he was.
That was job number 2. I was in college. High school into college. First job. I was a cook at Pizza Hut.
Oh yes, I did know.
I went
I
from
do know this.
cook at Pizza Hut for 2 years to a government employee.
It sounds about right. The
That
Trump
usually takes
administration
about
is basically
15
doing
years.
that, so.
I know, right?
Yeah.
You should have been the head of the Bureau of Land Management
Yeah.
from that
That's
trajectory.
probably true.
My first working papers and got a paycheck job was a lifeguard at our local community pool.
Okay.
That was
First
lifeguarding.
first
That's
job.
First job.
Yep, first job.
Dillon, lay it on us.
So in college, after college actually, I got a job working at a now defunct company called Pier 1 Imports.
Ooh.
You worked at Pier 1.
I was a back of house stock manager.
Okay. It takes away all of what I was interested in, which was clocking you as a middle-aged woman
yeah.
walks into Pier 1 Imports looking for whatever that era's iteration of a live, laugh, love sign was.
Let me dissuade you of the idea that I was Susie on the spot with the blue apron and,
What can
and
I get
everything
for
ready to
ya?
go. Yeah, what candle would I... No. They were like, this 6'4" gigantic motherfucker needs to build some furniture.
He was the
And
imports
they were
part.
right.
He wasn't the Pier 1. He was the imports part.
They make him work at the Pier 1.
Yeah.
And he does the importing. All the stuff that ends up out front,
Right.
that's after he's done.
So if you've never been into Pier 1 because it doesn't exist anymore, it used to be a store that was about like exotic goods. None of them were exotic. Most of them came from exactly where you thought they'd come from, which was China. And most of the stuff was just garbage, just really bad stuff. But they did have a massive selection of furniture. And guess who needs to build that furniture? It's a 20-year-old kid who has no experience in life and is going to be sweating his ass off in an unair-conditioned stockroom.
Oh, putting together furniture is bad enough, but then to do it in that environment.
Oh, I should also add, this was in southern Florida.
Oh, good.
Unair-conditioned southern Florida building furniture that smelled terrible. We would get couches, tables, giant pieces of furniture, and I would have to try and Tetris this shit. Not by myself. I did have another person I worked with.
Good.
But every once in a
The
while...
whole two of you.
Yeah, every once in a while it was just me. So imagine trying to take a 150-pound table and put it into a rack that is butting up against other furniture. And like, I know that you're probably picturing in your mind something like a Raiders of the Lost Ark type situation, where there's just rows and rows of no.
Oh, the warehouse at the end?
Yeah. No.
Well, you were the top men.
Yeah. Imagine a fucking broom closet filled with furniture that you not only had to store, but build in. I think the real question is, how much were you getting paid at these jobs? Because I can't wait to reveal mine.
I don't even want to know. Oh, God. Oh, my God.
Well, we'll go around. I want to hear the worst thing, and then we'll get to pay. Mike, what was your worst thing?
Worst things were like kind of shitty, like pre-pubescent kids, like, that like 9, 10 to like 14-ish age.
Did you ever have somebody pretend to drown so they could kiss you?
I was going to ask that
no.
question, actually.
No, we never had a Sandlot moment.
Unfortunate.
And the thing is, my initial thought was to say like, oh, that, because it's very obvious when someone's pretending to drown. And then I forgot that in that movie, he basically lets himself almost die so that he can sexually assault that lifeguard. So
Wendy Peppercorn was worth it.
She...
yeah.
They got kids out of it.
I think that's up for debate. Luckily, in the end, they had 9 kids together. It does maybe send the wrong message.
Oh, it 100% does. Not a good message for children, but ultimately good in the context of that world.
You're just sitting there. You're like, oh, this kid's trying to peppercorn me. God damn it.
This kid's going to peppercorn me.
God damn it. That's annoying. I totally get that. Mine...
Yeah, what's your worst, Matt?
I
That one time you cooked a guy in the oven?
I did cook that guy. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. I fist fought my manager, and we'll go back. We'll go back.
The fact that you almost thought maybe I shouldn't say
Let's go
that,
back.
as though there was something different that I'd want to hear about. Like, oh, sometimes the little
the
black containers that
olives are icky.
that the personal pizza came out of. Gosh darn it! If the metal grips I had didn't always slip out of my hands
burned my
when I
fingies.
did that. Oh, and I had to stab my manager.
So
I had to make the garlic butter and also a sauce.
and also I fist fought into a pile of pizza boxes. So this gentleman was a driver first, and he was about a year older than me, like 2 years. Like he was an adult because he just graduated, and I'm like a senior. So he's like the boss, and he wears the green shirt, and I wear the black shirt.
And did he think he was wiser than you because
He
of
thought he was
that year or two?
Everything better than me, and I was like,
Kid, let me tell you something. As he's like pressing on a fake mustache. Let me tell you something. When you get to be my age and
like,
you've had 2 blowjobs.
yeah. And we had a massive inspection the next day. Like they told you, like, hey, this is happening, and so you have to clean everything. So I'm like, I'm deep. So that means I have to clean every single night, deep clean everything. But this is like everything. And I was like, okay, like who's working the night? Oh, Matt is. Okay. And this motherfucker does less than he does before this night. Like he usually does like 30%. He does like 10%.
Had the inverse effect on him.
Yeah, and so I was like, what? And then I was like, okay, I'm cleaning like the oven, the inside, which I don't always do, but I was like the outside, all the things. And then he puts something in for himself when I've turned it off. And so then it's just like cooking, and then it puts shit all over. So I have to clean it again. So I was like, dude, can you just like next time you gotta help? Like you just sat there. And he goes, hey Matt, why don't you go fuck yourself? And I was like, and it just became
Yeah, you just had the fucking
and I was
Kill
like,
Bill music out.
and the front desk clerk, the front clerk counter gals, and I just hear, Matt, don't. And I was just like, who the fuck are you talking to? I get in his face like, dude, not even worth it. And then he did the thing. He's like, oh, shook, you got in my bubble. And he's like, uh-huh, yep, uh-huh. And then I'm like right here, and I'm like, never mind, dude, you're not even worth it. Like, whatever. And he goes like, okay, well, you know what? Fuck you still. And I just was like, my hand, I was just like, and I just punched him in the face. And he just went back into, now here's a great image for you because you both are such visual people. The awkward, really low to the ground rolly chair with the really not soft green backing that he just hits and kind of falls back into. And then it pushes out backwards on the tile. And so then his head hits the ground. And then he's still like, then he gets up. He's like, oh, heck no. And then I just get him in a headlock and immediately we fall into all the boxes that just topple onto us. And and then you just see through the boxes me just punching him in the top of the head. And here's the craziest part. I push him back to get ready to like, let's go. And he goes, have a good night.
That's a man whose brain just factory reset because he knew there was no way.
And I went, what?
What?
And he did this. He went,
He homered into the bushes.
Yes.
Yeah, he almost
And I was
into the
like,
bushes.
and I had like with friends like jackass like fist fought and done stuff, but it was like I don't want to hurt my friend too bad, but this was like you're going down, dude.
Let's also say that me and Matt were in the hardcore scene for a while, so like we'd go to shows, you'd get hurt,
You
like,
get
that's just
hit
a
in
part,
the face.
Yeah, it's just
Like
a
it
part
was
of
almost
our lives.
it was a badge of honor, which is not really cool, but it was cool. And so I leave and I have all this adrenaline. I'm literally like, to the stars above. I'm like, the 5 stars. And so the girl, and I'm just driving, the girl's just like, you okay? I was like, I'm fine. I'm fine. And
I mean, you're great. You won. Like you won.
and then he tries to write me up. And the best thing was all the other managers and the store manager hated this guy. And so they're just like, we didn't submit that.
Nice.
But
I mean, that is a beautiful story.
Here's an add-on. Here's a DLC for that story. I came in and my stepdad who's sitting in a chair, my mom's in bed, and he's like, "What's going on?" You look. I was like, "I just got into a fist fight," and he's like, "Oh," and this was like a good old boy. His name was Al, and so he was like, "Dad, you whoop his ass?" I was like, "I fucking whooped his ass, dude." He was like, "Hell yeah."
Hell
And
yeah, brother.
thought that
Hell
was
Fucking
yeah,
Maddie,
brother.
2 plates over here.
Thought that-
Fucking Maddie, 2
Yeah,
plates
Maddie,
over here.
I got 2 plates
I
for
got
you
2
right
plates for
here.
you right here,
I got 2
motherfucker.
plates for you. That's right. I got the. You want the appetizer, or
You
you
want
want
the
the entree?
entree.
Oh, you're Maddie, 2 plates. You want 2 entrees? I see. I see.
I got you Scottish salmon right here, and I got you
And your braised
And
shrimp.
I got your
and your
braised
braised
short
short
rib.
rib. So
the callback.
Oh,
I-
yeah, you factory reset his brain, man.
So I thought-
I want to know more of that.
end of that last little tidbit, as I told him, and I was like, great, that's it. I go to bed. And my mom, who we did not have a great relationship at this point, I wake up to my mother sitting on the end of my bed as if she's about to, like, in a pilgrim time, send me on, like, to Oregon to go. She's like, Matthew. I was like, Jesus, what? What? She's like, I heard about your fight. I was like, okay. She's like, I was really worried, so I called corporate Pizza Hut. And I went, what are you talking about? What does that even mean? You don't even.
Before you spoke to me about anything,
She goes, I was really worried that you were going to get in trouble,
you
so I tried
called
to.
the Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
She's like, I found the corporate number on the World Wide Web, and I called them and I said that I was worried that you were going to get in trouble. I'm like, what are you do? I
And
hate
then
you
Matt hauled
more.
off and punched her in the face.
Then
I got
Maddie-
2 plates.
Turn it off.
Then Maddie 2 plates had another round in him.
I can't turn it off. It's going.
So that was a long story, but that is a perfect. And then I'm talking to the managers and like, so we didn't even submit it. I
That
went,
guy deserved to be hit.
so I went, here's the thing.
Yeah, man.
I did have to say this. Here's the thing, guys. Like, what? I was like, my mom did call corporate. And they went, oh, God. Luckily, nothing. We're all good. But
How the fuck? One. Okay, I'm so like. How would you call Pizza Hut corporate for a chain?
Press 2 if your son got into a fist fight with the
what,
manager.
Yeah, what fucking
Press 2
what,
plates.
What phone tree? What fucking phone tree at fucking Pizza Hut corporate do you go? You're like, yeah, is it 3?
yeah, I'm
for
sorry.
public
I don't know
complaints?
who I need to talk to, but my son got into a fight.
Also, did
Here's
you
a
think she was
social
going to get in
security
touch
number.
with like John Pizza Hut and he was going to be
Yes.
upset?
Jonathan T.
Due
Pizza
to an
Hut.
epidemic of assaults by cooks on their shitty managers, your wait time is 45 minutes.
Yeah. And my mom, if my mom put that amount of effort into anything else in our relationship, we would still be talking.
We'd still be talking, yeah.
So
I called a family therapist and
I'm
What?
glad
Okay.
I'm not big on us going on the most massive stories. I'm so glad that you will understand why I'm going to rate the way I'm going to, because that
absolutely.
probably encompasses the 2 years into
No,
this
that's a fantastic story. I love everything about it.
yeah. Have a good night. It was just
yeah.
have a good night.
I would like to know what everybody got paid for theirs, and then we can rate them.
I got paid $7.25 an hour.
I think I got $10 an hour. And then for swim lessons, if I taught swim lessons, I got $12 an hour.
I got paid $10.25 to
Okay.
build furniture, which at the time was better than minimum wage, so that was good. I do.
Has that changed a lot, the minimum wage?
Oh yeah, it was better than the national mandated $7.25 an hour.
Yeah, I got minimum wage.
You
for
got
that shit.
minimum wage, but for the level of work I was doing, and then I
Yeah.
got promoted to a manager status because once again I was like one of the only people who was working in the back. It did not go up.
Like at all?
It went up by 25 cents, I believe.
Oh,
We cannot get Dillon to leave this job. Does he?
does he know?
Does he just run Pier 1 Imports
Does-
now?
Dr. Pier 1.
And I do remember, this isn't the worst thing, but I do remember I was putting a whole dining set in the back of somebody's car one time in the rain in Florida. And I distinctly remember going, this might not be worth it.
Might.
This
But-
is maybe not it for me.
Are you saying my dining set isn't worth it?
So Dylan, why don't you give us your rating for our first jobs?
I'm gonna give it a star. I would say
One
that
star.
I would give it a star. I made some money. The people I worked with were not terrible. Well, that's not true. There were some people that were terrible. Some people who weren't, just like any job, right? You had some people who were cool and who aren't. Funnily enough, the manager I worked with, she was very cool and understood how terrible my job was and tried to make it better as much as she could, in the confines of like a giant corporate structure. So I'm gonna give it a star.
Okay, Michael.
I'm gonna give it 2 stars. It gets an extra star other than 1 because if it can be a decent job, like I had, I felt like it was kind of fun, kind of cool.
I was about to say, I'm surprised it's so low. I thought this would be like at least a 3.
Here's why it's low. It's low because it introduces us to the disgusting capitalist concept that the only thing that gives you worth is by providing capital in some way.
Right.
By providing your body for capital, it introduces you to the idea in some ways, which is refreshing. What you both discovered is that, like, that's why I almost argued with 1 star, because what you guys both discovered is something that it delayed my discovering because my job was decent, which is, oh, this sucks and no one cares. And this isn't about my purpose or my value. I am a economic unit. And look at my shitty boss. He sucks. Look at the circumstances they put me in to construct furniture in Southern Florida. This sucks. They don't care about me. None of this matters. And then upon further review, none of this has to be this way.
Right.
And then it gets 2 stars only because it's cool if you can be 16, 17, 18, look good, feel good, work at a pool in the summer. But that only masks what you guys were not lucky enough, but were just immediately met with. I was privileged enough to ignore that for a little bit.
I'm going to give it 3 stars because
what?
Because here's the thing:
he did get to punch his manager.
If I didn't win the fight, it would have been 2 stars. But I won the fight. I
1 star represents his championship belt that he puts.
I gotta say, there was something like it was shit pay. It was, but I don't even think about that. I think about like making the pizza was kind of fun. Like I found myself like I had like the radio on. I had my best friend worked as a cook with me too, so we like hung out the whole time. We're making jokes. Like we would call like the radio station and shit, and like prank call them or get our song. It was fun. And then
you had like an idyllic movie job.
Yeah, I kind of did.
Yeah, it was like you and your bud at a pizza shop.
Also,
was it like the girls dancing around in the kitchen montage in like a 80s, 90s movies to like Walking on Sunshine?
Better. It was
bumping butts and
better. It was
throwing dish soap at each other.
No, it was Dazed and Confused because in senior year, my friend Casey Rager started throwing these parties on his dock on his lake. And all of the rich kids, all of the jocks, even like he was also like in a band and stuff. So those kids showed up, and I went, I'm going to befriend all these motherfuckers. Like, just watch. And I showed up with a stack of a dozen pizzas to these kids drinking. And by the end, every single one, the next day or on Monday, I got fucking like Brent Dietrich, like, Matt, my dude. And my girlfriend's like, what the fuck is happening? Like,
it's a Matty 12 pies.
He got 12 pies. 12 pies. He's got 12 pies. And they're like, even the guys from Greece over there love me. Even the guys from Rydell, the guys who guys from Rydell High. And so that
you want a shabab?
And so that
Matt, ever since you brought that pizza, I wanted to know if you wanted to shabab, shebang.
Do you want to go steady?
Weirdly, yeah, I have a lot of other anecdotes, but I'm like, I kind of like, and also the person who took over for the whole store by the end was so awful, and I just one day went, I'm quitting today, and I went up, and I went up, and she's like, first of all, like my first major family member died, and I had to get the call, and okay. And she goes, what were you doing on your phone for 3 minutes out back? I was like, everyone gets a cigarette break, and also someone in my family passed. And so that was the person I was dealing with. The next like week, she goes, "Are you gonna like go take your little breaks anymore?" I'm like, "No, because I quit." She's like, "Okay, wait, really?" I was like, "Here you go. See ya. Bye."
Did you do it at the beginning of the shift?
I did it in the middle of the shift at the busiest.
Fuck
At the busiest. She goes like,
Yes.
She goes, "Are you taking a break right now?" Because all the screens were filled, all the phones. I'm like, "Since you asked that, I'm actually quitting right now." And she was like, "Are you joking?" I go, "No. If you hadn't asked that, maybe I would have waited till the end of the shift. But you can have this, and I'll be back to get my check next week. See ya." And I walked out, and I didn't even. And that was it.
Yeah, you know what? That might be a 4 job. You got to have
I know.
great experiences
You
and
get
good send-off?
2 stars, like a video game bonus, like one for beating up a manager, another one for getting a "fuck you, I quit"
And to
a
walk out
manager?
like this, you know, and the fucking
Well, no,
Yeah.
not only that, he got to befriend half of his school because providing free food. He got to then quit the way that everybody loves quitting. He then got to beat up a manager who needed to be fucking held accountable. And he also
Is
got to work
Pizza Hut the best job you've ever had?
the fall and rise of Matty Two Plates, I guess.
Yeah, it's my God.
He's never had a better job since. Fuck
Seriously.
fuck
And he get to have
screenwriting.
like a fun radio call-in making pizzas montage with his best buddy. Get the fuck
There
outta
really
here,
was a
3
montage.
stars.
Like people would do we do jackass shit where like eat a whole can of anchovies, all this stuff, and the drivers would be like, "Oh, that's crazy. Here's like $5," and I'm like
Matt,
making
it's a
extra money.
It's a 4-star. That's a 4-star job right
yeah,
there.
you got a 4 stars.
I mean, I was also paid $7.50 and stood for 6
That's
hours
why it's
straight.
1 less star than 5. But
I stood for
Yeah.
6 hours straight. That's also not great.
Matt, I stood for 8 hours straight building furniture. That's why it's a 1
Yeah,
star.
he hunched over for 8 hours.
All right, I'll give it a 3.5. How about that?
All right, yeah, we got there. You had a great job. That was a great job. You had a great time. And that's what the show is about. It's not only about reminding you that we're going to review things, but it's about what's in here. And what's in here right now is a lot of alcohol because our next topic is the fastest, most effective way to get drunk, except for putting it
Butt
in your
chugging.
butt. Yeah. This is the second most effective way, I guess, would be, and that is shots.
Doing shots.
Shots!
I think it's appropriate that this is the last topic because it's usually the last thing I do of the night before
Yeah, it's
I'm
the
just
last thing
fucking
you remember.
ruined.
First and foremost, how does everybody feel about hard liquor? I guess we should get into that before we get into the taking of it.
Okay, I'll say this. It's all gasoline to me. It has always been. I'm now just getting into like, can I enjoy a scotch, but it's gotta be with ice, and then I gotta sip it just to bingo like that, and I can. But for the most part, where I do this, I go, huh. My body never wants that ever, and it's just like that. Yeah,
And I am with Matt on this. It's not that I haven't liked alcohol in the past, but I'm a bougie bitch. I love a nice cocktail. Give it to me with like sugar and an umbrella, and maybe if you could blend it a little bit with maybe like a little bit of cream. Like that's how I want my
God.
alcohol.
if it is
Alcohol in cocktails. Amazing.
If it isn't-
Good cocktails.
if it isn't pink or on fire, you needn't bother. It's
Correct.
just that's just so lovely, and I
Like-
just want it.
Like
And-
there is something to be said about like if we are to do shots, I do like tequila, and I do like tequila neat, especially if it's good tequila.
Sure.
And same thing to be said about scotch. There is things about like a good scotch, but let's be honest, shots are not for good liquor. Shots are for the worst liquor that you can consume.
Yes,
Okay. All right. Here. Okay. Scotch has been mentioned twice now, so I'm just gonna lay it out there.
that's fine.
I wish I was cool enough
I know. I feel that.
to drink scotch.
I know.
Like
I know you do,
wish
bud.
I was. It seems like a thing that men. Oh yeah, these men that drink some scotch or some whiskey, but scotch especially. Like, oh, have you had this scotch? It doesn't matter.
No.
I don't care if it came from a unicorn's asshole and it was garnished with its horn. It doesn't. I will still go. Ugh! Like I can't. I can't do it. I
An
can't do
old
it, and I try
Victorian woman
every
seeing
year.
ankles for the first time.
Yes, I get the. They have to. I have to go to the. I have to go to the countryside.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You get
And
you get the
get my
vapors.
health
Yeah,
right.
you get the
dry
vapors.
out my lungs. Dry out my lungs because of the consumption that I get. The scotch consumption. When it comes to shots, The only ones that I would do as a shot is tequila, because I think it's the most fun way to do it with some lime and stuff. It kind of creates a little bit of a thing.
It has a whole production behind it.
Has a whole production to it. I don't lick salt. I don't do salt. I just do lime.
It's got a fucking backing crew with the lime and the salt, and it actually goes on tour. Like,
I don't do salt. You just do the shot with the little bit of lime and stuff. And if it's a good tequila, it doesn't hurt me. I'm actually like, oh, I don't love that was pure alcohol, or at least pure hard liquor, but I can survive it a little bit better.
Tequila for me has always been the last thing I do, because I go, okay, someone's ordering tequila. I won't order it. I'll have one if you're offering. That's nice. And then the next morning, my whole mouth, and I'm like, oh no. So I don't love tequila, but the only shot I've ever had that I went, holy fuck, was a really expensive tequila shot. I was like, that is the most pleasant thing I've ever had. That was so lovely. It was like $30 for one shot, but I was like,
yeah, I'm about to say, we haven't even fucking gotten into the real problem with shots.
No.
Shots are the least economic of any alcoholic beverage. A shot is the same price as a beer, and sometimes the same price as a cocktail.
yeah.
And it's one and fucking done. It has literally 6 seconds in your mouth, down your gullet, nothing. And that's
It's purely a function of getting drunk. It's basically, it's like getting a prostitute. Like, there's no, you're
I would argue that a
purely
prostitute
doing
is
it.
much better.
Which,
But what I'm saying is, it is purely for the function of just, come behind this dumpster. I need you to jerk me off right now. That is it. That is what it is. The least romantic of any way to imbibe alcohol.
Which is the same description I wrote for shots as getting a prostitute, which is it sends you to Fucksville faster.
And I'm saying Fucksville comes to you.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
So-
and Fucksville being whatever it is, literally, or just like I'm fucked, like that. And
yes.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, we got anything else to say about shots?
I mean, I just
feel
think
I've never
about making you drunker faster.
Guys,
Yeah.
we haven't talked about them in the context of media. If
Oh.
you think about shots and the role that they play, especially in teen and coming of age movies, shots are on a, I would say that the keg has a vaulted and vaunted place in teen cinema, but the shot may be king amongst them all when it comes to expressing drunkenness in film, movies, and television.
I will say that whatever my review will be, it's going to be a little bit more specifically because of Marion Ravenwood.
Yeah,
it's gotta be. I mean,
100%.
She made
Pastore.
Yeah,
You don't need to say anymore.
Yep.
All right.
And also, as we've been alluding to this entire episode, there is a song that was influential for so many people for so many years. And it's
I'm like a shot. I want to
Correct.
I want to fuck you up. Don't say any more of that either. You don't even do it.
But
we also need to get a little footage of Karen Allen doing the shots from
don't worry,
Raiders.
it's already in.
And
say less.
And I also want to point out something, and it is one of the coolest scenes of people doing shots. And immediately after becomes one of the most ridiculous scenes of doing shots. And the reason for that is she goes from being virtually nonverbal, barely able to function, to the point where the person across from her seemingly dies from the amount of alcohol they've consumed. They leave. She begins to clean up like a person who's hurrying to be done with her Pizza Hut shift. And then
to get to the party.
Fucking Han Solo shows up, and she's talking to him with the rapier wit of a wounded young bird. He's talking about, I was a child. She should be going,
you stupid son of a bitch.
Stupid son of a bitch. Pull your dick out.
She then joins the firefight, literal firefight, and then has the cognitive dissonance to be able to go, I'm your goddamn partner.
After she fishes out the she's
medallion.
smart enough to know where the medallion is, and I mean,
Guys, the movie is a fantasy.
There is
Just
no,
go
but
with
that
it.
is the thing. Similar to how an empty coffee cup in any television show or movie takes me out of the moment. That scene, and it took me years to finally register that. And I went, why did we ignore this? It's on the level of Spielberg ignoring the fact that the Tyrannosaurus comes out of the paddock on the same level as the Jeep, and then suddenly pushes it over the edge, and there is a 40-foot drop.
There's a rock
down higher than a tree. It's an 80-foot drop. How did that, was the Tyrannosaurus on stilts?
Yes.
How did that happen?
It's the same still. I borrowed it from Godzilla. With
the same guy
in the
who
water.
script supervised on Raiders when she finishes the shots and then has a completely coherent conversation with Harrison Ford is the guy who went in and went, why don't you just push it over the side? Yeah, but the ground was level right there. But come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Not now.
Yeah.
Now you change the camera angle and the Tyrannosaurus is sober. I mean, he's pushing it over. Whatever.
It's something for you to discover as you get older.
So, and I want us to
He's
watch
Matty
that
two
movie.
shots.
I want
She's
us,
Matty two shots.
I want us to take a bunch of shots and watch the movie. Hey,
Yeah,
Pistone.
if
Pistone.
the show ever starts making money, we'll have a Patreon episode where we all get fucking shit faced
And watch Raiders.
of the Lost
Oh, that's so good. So let's get to the damn ratings on this. I'm gonna just jump in and say shots have led to some wild ass experiences, but doing them is not fun. I've never good. Like I've never purchased them unless it was like for someone, like it's your birthday, I'll get you around a shot. That's not true. I will say my friend whose birthday is the day after mine, and so he will always come to my party and he will buy me a shot for my birthday, and then into midnight I'll buy him a shot for his. It's an exchange. You get it. It's like a kiss. It's like a kiss amongst straight friends. And so,
Sure, that's exactly what that's called.
yeah, 2 kisses. And so, I would say 1.5. 1.5. I mean, I don't know what. Am I missing something? I feel like it's like a 1.5.
No, because
No.
here's where
I've done them and they're fine, but I'm like,
Mm-mm.
no. Oh, there are places where they're mainly shots and they're delicious, and that's the menu. That's not normal. That's not a normal thing. But someone's like, "What do you got for shots?" Jameson and hand sanitizer.
Yeah. What
So I'm
shots
like,
do you have on draft?
Yeah, exactly.
Jello, which we didn't touch on Jello. I mean, Jello
I
shots
know.
are, I
Yeah,
guess
they're
that's
fun.
interesting.
No.
But
1.5.
is it really a shot? It's not really a shot. It's just kind of a scoop of Jello.
It's just alcoholic
Like, you know
Jello.
what I mean?
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
It's just Jello
It's
that
like,
has
that's
alcohol.
not really dirt pudding. It's just some crumbled up
Oh.
Oreos. Like, you know what I mean? Like, those aren't real worms. They're gummy. Like, come on.
What? So 1.5. 1.5 for me.
I think there's no scenario where shots have ever led to anything that is 100% top to bottom positive and drama free, medical issue free, and frankly, not to get a little dark, but like sexual crime-ish free. Like I've never. No environment where people are all chanting shots has ever been a fully safe
space.
environment.
Yeah.
Right. and no one
Ever.
and
Two
no
words
time.
you never want to hear, in my opinion, repeated over and over again in a baritone to bassy timbre. And those 2 words are chug and shots. Like those are the 2 words you never want to hear.
I know that.
And
I know that I personally have never gone, those shots were a good idea.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's never been a point in my life where I've thought, you know what I need to do right now? Shots.
because
Shots.
if you're going to drink it that way, it is inherently dirty and destructive. Because if you were going to drink it that way, you would have had it neat.
Yeah, you would have had it in
Or
a cocktail.
on the rocks.
Yeah, you would have done it.
Or maybe you would have put like a twist of lemon in it. In the pantheon of why you would be drinking, shots are purely about this is me trying to get off through inebriation. That like, this is my inebriated getting off. Hit me real quick. Just take it out and jerk it. I don't care if there are people around. That's the vibe to me, because there are plenty of alternatives to do it a different way. You could take that alcohol and not take it as a shot, but you could have a frozen margarita. We do this summer, and then you float the alcohol on top, and you kind of have some of it with that.
So when someone needs the medicine, it's a problem. But what's your
Don't
rating?
get impatient with me.
What's your rating?
I'm saying that
What's
there's
your
a
rating?
dangerous element to this. I think a rating, if it's not delicious and like butterscotchy, like that's why I'm going to give it 1.5 stars.
Okay.
I'm going to say 1.5. The half is for like a place like Matt described where it's fun. They do like fun shots. You know what I
Like
mean?
Harry Potter, and they're like and all this shit, and then whatever, it's fun. Anyway,
That's the 1.5. Other than that, no, we could find a number of other ways to get straight alcohol into you without freaking shotgun blast. to the face.
liquid
Yeah.
fucking your whole body. Dylan, what is your rating on doing shit?
I'm going to give it a 1. I'm not even giving it the half. I agree with
Yeah.
everything that Mike said, that it is the crudest, most like aggressive way to drink, except for maybe butt chugging, which we will review another time on this channel.
Can I pause you? Shouldn't that just fall underneath homoerotic straight men behavior?
Sure. Yeah.
If we review that,
Well,
that's
that'd
your
be a
butt
whole-
chugging.
that'd be a whole
That'll be an
episode.
episode on its own.
All right.
Three-parter.
I kind of hate everything about shots. It's not fun. It is extremely expensive. It is the worst way to consume alcohol.
Yeah.
It is normally the cheapest form of alcohol. Everything about it is just wrapped up in it not being a good time. And yet, somehow, we have convinced so many people that this is the way to get drunk. And let me be the first to say, it is not. If you want to have alcohol, absolutely go for it, but enjoy it. Like, don't treat it like it's a chore that you need to
Yeah.
get done as quickly as humanly possible.
Oh God. Oh,
yeah,
God.
like,
I got.
how many?
Pinch your nose. It's broccoli. It's broccoli.
like-
Pinch
I gotta
your nose,
get
eat
there.
your broccoli.
I
That's
gotta
such
get
a
there. I gotta
weird
get there.
thing for me to think that, like, yeah, I want to have this thing, but I want to do it as quickly and without it being on my tongue as humanly possible. Do it as fast as you can.
Yeah, gotta get there. This is not a shot, I am aware, but I do want to bring this up because it is the opposite of what we're saying, which is the most lovely little treat that I think about all the time, which is Mike's mom makes this limoncello.
End of
Mike's mom.
Mike's mom, end of episode.
So good. 5 out of 5. The limoncello is the most delicious thing ever, and it's the tiny and you don't shoot it. I am
But you
aware.
sip it, yeah.
That's a
sip it.
liqueur.
And it's just that's true.
It's a
but
dessert
It's
lick.
Yeah.
right. And so in that world, that realm, that's we're a dessert family.
Yeah, we're
here.
dessert
When
boys.
we're dessert boy. We're dessert shop boys. Dessert boys. Here we go.
Like, at the end of the day, shots
Espresso martini.
Shots
Come
are a
on,
one.
come on.
I will say that they are
Girl.
a pivotal part of growing up, though. Like, I don't think you've been.
Oh, you gotta get through that
I
shit.
don't think you've been to a real college party or even a high school party sometimes without doing shots. Like, they are a part of your life, but make them only be in that very early stage because your body will hate you.
Yeah.
Hate you with a passion that burns brighter than 1,000 suns if you do too many shots together. Well, that brings us to the end of this episode, but not before you leave. Let us pick the topics for next week. I have the list up. If somebody would like to do the numbers, I am ready to read. I am prepared.
Our first topic will be number 1035.
The hottest pepper in the world. Now,
Okay.
we could try and purchase these and eat them on
No.
the show.
No.
You
No.
could.
No. Go. I mean, you boys go for it. Absolutely not. I am such a bitch when it comes to that. And Dylan, you probably sprinkle that on your popcorn. I'm
No, I'll do scotch before I do that.
I
Yeah,
have
yeah.
not eaten the hottest pepper in the world, but I kind of want to talk about what it means in the context of botany. But what's
okay.
next?
We'll get there. We'll get there. Second topic is number 411.
Ghosting someone.
Topic number 3 is close by 456.
The concept of short kings.
The concept is the best part. It's not short kings. Concept.
No, and I love because there's so much more to delve into
Yeah, to
there because it's
mine.
the concept of
Yeah, the concept of short kings. So those
I
are our
feel like-
topics.
I feel like half the list is going to be the same topics, but we just add the concept of before.
So we've got what are our things for next week?
So the next
all read
week,
out.
our topics are the hottest pepper in the world, ghosting someone, and the concept of short kings.
Well, guys, it's been a phenomenal episode. Matt got
Truly.
a new nickname, which is very fun.
We love to hear it. We love to hear it.
we love a Maddie two
Yeah, we
plates.
love a Matty Two Plates. I had
What
a
does that
great-
mean? Watch the episode
Just
because
watch
it's
the episode.
17 things.
It's an inside joke.
And you guys really made me see that I was living my dazed and confused life, and I
You were living your
had
best
no
life at
idea
Pizza
the whole
Hut.
time. The whole time. This was a great episode. Bye.
Yeah, see ya.
Love you guys.
Love you.
Bye.
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 Review it all.
Review it all.